Hi, Conor. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, we are good actually.
We're great.
Happy to see you and happy to see that Nothing But Thieves is fully back. How does that feel?
Very good. Yeah, long time coming. Had this kind of year off, doing quotations. We've been writing a lot and recording a lot. We recorded for like 5 months, which is pretty lengthy. So when you're just sitting on it and you're just chewing at the bit to get it out. So feels very good to finally have it rolling and we've got everything ready, all the artwork, all the tour, everything. So yeah, it feels really good to get going again, get out in the world.
Yeah. Congrats on starting your new era because we already got one single of your new album. It's called Evolution. It was hotshot at Studio Brussels. Our listeners really liked it. Can we take it literally? The title Evolution, is Nothing But Thieves really going to evolve in this new chapter?
I think, yeah, metaphorically, we always do. I think it's, you could say that song signifies generally who we are as people, It's like embracing change through the growth and mistakes and human connection and how it's so human to kind of have all those things and use them to move forward. I think we're always people that cultivate our lives and push the momentum forward. And I think with us, we never settle on where we're at. We are, all right, I've done that record. We did the concept, we did the synth record. Now let's do something completely different. The kind of the antithesis of the last record by just going back to us being a band in a room and trying to write the best songs possible with exactly the sound of Nothing But Thieves. I think that's what this whole aim was for this record. It's moving forward, but from a place of where we began. It's what we were influenced by when we were younger, but actually kind of having the musical chops to be able to actually create what we want now. Whereas the first record when we were younger and influenced by the sort of Pixies, Radiohead, Pearl Jam, Nirvana sound, we just didn't really have the kind of ability to make it. So it feels good to have that in your head and have a bit more practice in songwriting.
So, are those bands that you mentioned, are those references or the influences for this new album?
Yeah, in a way, not directly, but just how they capture what they are very, very well. So Pixies is captured and it completely encapsulates what their sound is. Same with Nirvana, same with Pearl Jam. You put one of those songs on and you just know who they are. And I think that was the aim. It's not directly pulling from, say, Pixies or Pearl Jam or Radiohead. It's just, when you listen to that band, that's the sound of their band on the stage. They could put some microphones up and that's what it is. And I think that's what the goal was. We've been touring for 12 years, and have we ever captured our live sound? Have we ever captured that sort of breathing animal that's on stage? I don't think we have. I think we've experimented and pushed and pulled our sound forever because that was almost the identity. It was, we have none. Let's just play around forever. Let's experiment. And I kind of loved that. I loved that we were this almost this band without in a way without a sound. It was just my voice and us just playing around forever. But this time it was, when we go on stage, we take DCC for example, and then we make it bigger and gnarlier and alive. We were like, why don't we just create a record that how we sound when we plug our amps and our drums and the vocal in? So that was the brief at the start, without any kind of further explanation. It was just, let's capture what we do live. Let's make it very much drums, guitars, vocals, and see what we can write. And it almost made it a harder task, because it was like, you can't rely on a new synth sound or a trick. It's like, no, you just got to write great songs, because we're just going to record them how they are, how they sound, with the band's instruments. And that was a tougher task in a way, because you just had to make sure. Well, we always try and make sure the songs are as good as possible, but there was no hiding. It's just, this is what it sounds like. So I kind of love that. I love that we've just tried to strive for the best songs we can on this record, and hopefully it's come out that way. But yeah, it's been really fun. It's been a fun experiment.
Really excited about the album coming out in September. You talk about the sound, but lyrically, is there anything you can already tell about the album?
I think really, like, without going too heavy into it, because it's nice to let the album breathe and let people feel it on themselves. But I think what I said earlier, like about evolution, I can talk about that. It's just that metaphor of what's important to us and what's genuine to us, which is our team, us, the band, creating the music, touring the music, our community with our touring party, our fans. And it for us, it's realizing what's genuine to us in a ever increasing disingenuous world, and it's exploring what means something to us. And for us, especially with evolution, I won't again go too much further into the rest of the songs, but what means something to us is us being together and creating this music and being a family. And I don't know if that's just getting older and more sentimental, but it's really important for us to remember that, like, it's all we have sometimes, you know, on a deeper level. It's our people, our community, and spreading that. So this record, even like the sound of it, the styling, the art, it's all very tactile, tangible, and real. And there's nothing synthetic and overly manicured about any of it. And I think we really wanted that, like, to kind of encapsulate where we're at with what we think is real. And it's real humans making real stuff, real art, and I think that's been really important for us. So I say that I probably said too much, but that kind of covers where we're heading.
So the first months of 2027, you will be touring with the new album. You're starting in Europe, and you're coming to Belgium as well. In the AFAS Dome here in Flanders, it's the biggest indoor show you can get here in Belgium.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
What does that feel like?
I feel proud. I think I've been kind of talking about it a lot in interviews recently, where like I kind of reflect on the fact that we've never really had a big like hit single or a lot of like press and stuff like that. We've always kind of just cultivated our band and our like quote unquote success just on touring and working really hard and building up the songs and the shows over the decade. You know, it's been 12, 13 years to touring. And so I feel really proud of like coming to this next stage where we are playing a lot of arenas. It's like all the hard work is paying off. And I like the fact that we've been the sort of not underground band, but like kind of underdogs without the big singles and the press. It's like it's just made us work harder and want to write better songs and be a better live band. And so yeah, I feel very, very proud of our team and us to be able to get to that level. And yeah, I had a look at the venue. It looks ridiculous online. So very excited. Yeah.
I think it's really cool that you mention the touring aspect of you as a band, like 12 years, because I saw that a couple of days ago you played a big festival in the UK, but at the same day you played a little small venue. According to you, is that a key element of a band, like having years of touring and getting better year after year?
Well, you know, I'm sure everything can work in different ways. It's just culturally now, it's very much like, and there's nothing wrong with it because there's some great songs out there, but you can make a career just by writing a song on your laptop at home. And there's merit to that because there's an accessibility to that, but there's, in my opinion, a demerit where it's very much the luck of the draw. Like a record label might recognize you because you've already got a hit on TikTok. And I personally think that's so unfair and almost gives no hope for someone to grassroots build themselves up. And there are people grassroots building themselves up, and more power to them. It's just really, really difficult in this day and age to do that. Whereas in the old days, like, it's a funny conversation now, but the record labels would go out to 1,000 gigs and see a new band and maybe invest a bit of time and money into them to see them build up. And for us 11, 12 years ago, we had like nothing really. Like we had a few songs and I guess my voice and our band, like us as people in the band, and they loved us and they just were like, keep doing what you're doing, keep touring, and we believe in you. And you don't hear about that as much anymore. I'm sure it happens. So I don't know, I just think, yeah, the culture of that's been lost a bit, and the grassroots venues, you know, where we come from, it was so important to me growing up and going to these gigs and I go every week to discover a new band and just dream of being on the stage, you know, and it feels like that has died a little bit. But there are people that care about it and keeping it alive, you know. So just have to convince our government to keep it alive as well. But yeah, for us, you know, don't want to speak about the rest of the bands and the rest of the industry. For us, it's super important. Gigging is where it comes together. Gigging is the sound of this new record. It's like I said, like trying to capture what we do live. It's the energy and the feeling that we create live translated onto this record. It's almost like a love letter to that in a way, you know, and a love letter to our community and our fans and our band and our crew. It's all about the touring and that moment that when we come together and how beautiful that is when, you know, everyone gets together in a room and watches music. It's like we can forget the world. I think it's so important. So I'm sure it will never get lost because it's something that means a lot to everyone.
Being a live band really pays off because last year you already played here in Belgium because you had to step in for Sam Fender, who cancelled at Rock Werchter. What do you remember about that day?
Oh, it was a whirlwind. I got a call at like 8 p.m. the day before, and I was in the pub and I was pissed with my friends. I was out on a night out. I think it was a Friday, so I was quite drunk. And Don was like, "Hey mate, how you feeling?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm great." He was like, "Can you do a gig tomorrow?" And I was like, "Shit." But yeah, that was a whirlwind 24 hours. We got on the train, smashed it out. I think it went well.
Really well.
Yeah, we love gigging, so it was fun for us.
And did you, for instance, hear Sam Fender because you had to step in for him? And if not, what does he owe you guys now?
Nothing. He's a cool dude. We're all good. No, I spoke to some of his crew were there, so we were chatting away, and I think they just stayed to hang around the festival because he couldn't come. So they're lovely. We've known them for years, so it was just nice to catch up. And I mean, like it's like, you know, you'd hope someone would do it for us if I ever got sick or ever anything happened. So it's no real skin off our back. We're happy to do it. It was good fun for us. We could make it work, and you know, the festival paid us, so we didn't do it for free. You know, I'm not going to beat around the bush.